my overeating and my binge eating is a form of protest. I tend to do that when my life doesn't look the way that I want it to look. Hi guys, welcome back to my channel, Consistency Killed the Fat. My name is Martina and I lost 100 pounds in 12 months. And today I'm gonna tell you guys why you might be binge eating as a form of protest, bitch. This is something that I recently realized, is that my binge eating, my overeating was a form of protest. If you are new to my channel, I need you to know that I am the weight loss queen for the binge eaters, the overeaters, the emotional eaters, the people who have responded to their trauma by overeating, okay? I understand how it feels to try to lose weight as a binge eater and an overeater. You're not like the rest of the gym girlies, okay? These other girls can eat very unenjoyable meals. They can be very regimented and they can stay that way. For us, for the ex-binge eaters, the ex-overeaters, we need a softer, gentler, more nourishing, loving approach, and that is what I am here to teach, and also what I'm on my journey of learning more and more and more about. But so far I've lost 100 pounds, I've mostly kept my weight off, and I have greatly improved my relationship with food on most days. I always love to give a caveat because bitch, the thing be thinking, and it's hard, okay? It's not easy. Don't let anyone tell you that it's easy. In order to be a gym babe, a snatched queen, and also somebody who struggles with using food to get through the day, you need to get to know yourself. And one of the things that I realized this week was that my overeating and my binge eating is a form of protest. I tend to do that when my life doesn't look the way that I want it to look. So if that is you and you relate to that, if your life is not looking how you want it to look, or flip reverse it, if you are currently in a state of binge eating or overeating and you're trying to stop that, that's maybe why you're watching my video, why you're on my channel, then I need you to look at your life and see what's in it that you don't like. See what's in it that you're protesting. And the reason why I say this and the reason why it came into my mind is because you guys have probably noticed that I am now in a different location. I was in America and I tried to do a big move over there and it just didn't go well. I didn't anticipate it being as difficult as it was for me, mentally and just in terms of my habits. I didn't realize how many of my habits were so ingrained to where I live and to the location of my house and the location of my gym, and just I really did take lockdown to build new habits, and they were all kind of centered around being alone, which is an issue in itself, but also in being here, being in my home and having a lot of time to myself and a lot of space to myself and a lot of emotional room. I don't know how else to explain it, but anyway, the reason why I'm saying this is because I realized, oh my god, the reason why I've been struggling more than normal with my food is because I don't like how my life is going. And when I don't like how my life is going, I tend to eat in protest. I tend to eat like, I don't like this day, so I'm gonna eat. I don't like this moment, so I'm gonna eat. And we kind of need to get ourselves out of that way of thinking, because that way of thinking is going to get you back into a body that you don't like, or going to keep you in a body that you don't like. And one thing I've realized is that you can't necessarily get rid of the thoughts and feelings and emotions that go along with overeating and binge eating, but you can get rid of the actions, and you can start to challenge those thoughts and feelings and emotions. And so what I've been trying to do is just kind of calm myself down when I'm wanting to overeat or binge eat. And also what I've done is I've got myself a personal trainer. I've got myself someone who I can be accountable to with my food, and I think that makes a big difference. Now you can use me, you can use your best friend, you can use your mom, you can use whoever the hell you're gonna stay accountable to. But one thing that I really would recommend you to do if you're a binge eater and you're an overeater is find something to be accountable to. The first time round, I used my diet bet to be accountable to that, because I knew that if I didn't lose 100 pounds in 12 months, then I was going to lose all my money. So that kept me accountable. And this time around, somebody else, I'm sending them my food every day. That is keeping me accountable. And I just think that for me, and I had a lot of shame around that. I had a lot of shame, which is so stupid, because my friend was like, bitch, everyone has a personal trainer. Kim Kardashian has a personal trainer. Like, anyone who's good at anything has a trainer, has a coach. You shouldn't trust somebody who doesn't have a coach, because how do you know that they're constantly getting better? How do you know that they're constantly learning if they don't have a coach? But there's this part of me that was just like, oh my god, how am I going to help other people if I need help myself? And it's like, well bitch, that's why you can help other people, because you need help yourself. Clear. Like, that's why a lot of girls will go to girls who have never been overweight and try to get help, and the girls don't get it. Like, you know, even to a certain extent, a lot of people in the gym, a lot of PTs, they've never been overweight. They don't know how it feels. They don't know that some people find it really triggering to eat in a way that is just seeing food as fuel, or just seeing food in this really like monochrome way of just like proteins, fats, carbs, and just hitting numbers and For other people like me, food is comfort, food is excitement, food is love, food is joy. And it's unrealistic to think that you're going to go from your whole life revolving around food to food just being fuel. And I definitely think that there's a middle ground to be found where, you know, you're enjoying your food is great, but also your food is fuel, you're eating healthy foods or whatever. But, you know, on my channel, I practice being fucking practical, because a lot of the time people will have a lot of good theory but nothing that you can actually practically do. So in theory it sounds great. Oh, eat this amount of protein, this amount of carbs, and this amount of fats. Oh, that sounds good. But in practice, are you actually doing it? Like, even these bikini models who don't necessarily have eating disorders to start with, by the end of it, they bloody well do, because it's hard. Do you know what I mean? Food, if we didn't have science or whatever, and we didn't have these apps, we wouldn't even know what was in our food. Do you know what I'm saying? We would just eat intuitively. We would just eat like, you wouldn't think, oh, this has this amount of protein, this has this amount of that. Anyway, basically I'm getting off track. But the main thing I wanted to come and tell you is, you might be eating because you are protesting. And if you are protesting something, bitch, you need to shut down whatever the issue is, the political issue within you that's going on. And for me, I know that I was just talking to myself like crap. I was like, oh my God, you've made such a big mistake. Why did you travel all the way here? Why did you move your life here? What have you done? Blah, blah, blah. And I was just like, oh, bitch, calm down, chill out, stop attacking me. You took a jump, you took a risk, and it didn't work out, and that's okay. That happens to people, and it's fine. And I think one thing that I can say that I've learned from the last few months is just that self-care, self-compassion, and listening to yourself. I mean, let's think about it. Why do people protest? Because they feel unheard. That is why people protest. So when you are overeating, when you are binge eating, it's because a part of you is unheard, a need is unmet. And when you are not meeting your needs, and when you are not listening to yourself, you are going to rebel, you are going to protest, and your protest is going to take the form of eating a lot of food. So if you're currently doing that, sit down with yourself, put your hand on your heart, breathe and relax, and ask yourself, beach, what's going on? What's the matter? What am I not listening to? Like, how am I not hearing you? Tell me what's going on. And wait, let this bitch tell you, let her tell you, like, I don't like my job, or I don't like how you always say yes when you want to say no, bitch. Like, or whatever it is. I don't like this relationship. I don't know what it is for you that's making you have that feeling that I know very, very well. That feeling of like, everything's sped up, everything's super fast, and you just can't help but do, not a bad thing, but you can't help but overeat, you can't help but eat that thing, and just feel like everything is kind of spinning out of control, and the only thing that's keeping you on the ground is food. And just want to come and tell you that you can slow down, and you can sit with yourself, and you can listen to yourself, and you can change your behaviors whenever you want, whenever you feel like it, whenever you give yourself the luxury of peace, of silence, of patience, of stillness. Your food, your mood, your life will improve. Just let yourself slow down, stop the protest, read whatever the signs are, you know what I mean, take them on board, implement changes, bitch, change the laws in your life. Like when people do protest, the analogy is getting really rickety, but you know what I mean. That's what I came to say, guys. I hope you enjoyed that video. I hope it touched you if it needed to touch you. I hope it moved you if it needed to move you. I don't know why I'm doing this, but yeah, stop protesting against yourself, because your body is the victim of the protest. Okay, your body is the one that's going to be needing the riot gear, the one that's going to have the smashed windows. So if you want to move forward, if you want to get the body of your dreams, you're going to need to sort things out from the very, very, very root. And yeah, that's not easy. If you need any more help with your eating, your overeating, your binge eating, if you need any help with your mindset, then click the link down below. You'll see all my ebooks. They're going to help you. They're going to tell you every single thing that I did to lose weight, every single thing that I did to change my mind, to start thinking a different way, to start seeing myself in a different way, and all the things that I learned in order to lose that 100 pounds. It is a journey, guys, okay? And unfortunately for all of us, the journey never really ends. I mean, fortunately, I shouldn't say unfortunately. Fortunately, the journey never ends. We're always going to keep growing. We're always going to keep learning, and that is, you know, a part of the human experience, and something that we all get to do, and that we all should be grateful to get to do. So anyway, I love you so much. Thank you for spending time with me. Bye. Mwah.